Voila! Hello everyone and welcome to the Amanda Nothando show. I'm Amanda and thank you guys for watching. I am so super excited about today's episode because joining me today on the episode is a phenomenal and forever cheerful. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I was like, okay, this is going to be there forever cheerful woman with a successful events coordination company known as SP Events, yes. Short for successful parenting events.
Yes.
All right, awesome. Welcome to the show, Jasmine.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It is so hilarious how we actually met when at your event, one of the events that you just hosted recently. And which was a good call for some of us.
Yes.
Old school.
Did you have a good time?
So I had a good time. I was like, okay, do you do that every Saturday? But then apparently I heard it's...
No. We do about four a year ago.
Oh, really? Yeah. So, okay. We'll get into that shortly. All right. So briefly, tell us who Jasmine is in a nutshell.
Well, I am a single mom of three. I think I hold that to my highest standard.
Oh, nice.
I do. My kids are 11, 13, and 15. Absolutely amazing little girls. Well, of course, I have to say that up there.
Right? Why not?
Right?
It's the fact that came out of you.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Right. Okay.
And I also am an entrepreneur in the city, and I love hosting events and coordinating and pulling people together and creating connections.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So three gorgeous girls.
Yeah.
And I bet they're gonna follow the footsteps of their mom.
They are.
Okay. All right. Do you mind elaborating more on that?
My oldest works a lot of my events with me, so she will work the registration table, she'll do setups, she'll do teardowns. My middle one has recently started her own business, so she started something called Lisa Prints, so she makes custom-made stickers and designs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she spent the summer selling at the flea market and did really well.
Yeah.
Yep. And then my youngest is a gymnast and a slime maker, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you. Wow. Okay. Like mother, like daughters. It runs in the family. That is so awesome. So as we all know, Canada welcomes and embraces diversity, right? And that being said, you've obviously been asked where you're from or where you were born or were you raised in Canada?
Well, I was
Wait,
born in Edmonton.
Okay.
And raised here most of my life. I left for about 9 years and went to Ontario.
Okay.
And I've been back about 10 years now. And my background is Trinidadian, so my mom's from Trinidad.
All right.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. And hence the reason when you said you left and went to Ontario, did you go to Toronto?
I did.
And hence the reason why you love big cities.
I love big cities.
Right? We're
Yes.
talking about it before we started. You're like, oh yeah, you like big cities and you
Yes.
feel like Edmonton is a village. Oh, that is so awesome and good to know. So why the name Successful Parenting Events for an events coordinating company?
Well, successful parenting started when my kids were a little bit younger, and
Okay.
I wanted to really instill like financial values, relationships, career, things
Right.
along those lines
Mhm.
for parents, so then that could trickle down to their children. So we used to
Right.
do a lot of like workshops. We would do kids' school dances, motivational workshop for kids,
Right.
things along those lines.
Mhm.
And then it started to branch out into other events like old school jams and
Mhm.
women conferences. And I was like,
Right.
well, I can't be called successful parenting doing an old school jam.
Right, exactly. So that's why, maybe
I
because
abbreviated.
that's how I got to meet you, and then I was like, now I need to ask, how is it successful parenting?
Yes, so then
Okay.
I just abbreviated down to SP events, so
Okay.
that it's kind of just like an umbrella for successful parenting now.
Oh, awesome. So
Yeah.
when did you establish the company, and when did you start doing the other conferences, old school jams and stuff like that?
So successful parenting has been about 2 years now, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, SP
Really?
events has only been a year. So it's a baby. Still growing.
But it looks like it's going good.
It's doing well.
It is doing well.
It is.
Oh, wow.
I'm very happy with the growth of it. So that has branched into the entrepreneur workshops, entrepreneur summits, we do fashion shows, Muay Thai fights. So a little bit of everything, yeah.
Oh, that is so amazing. So how about I think I saw on your social media that the one conference that you've been a part of, which one of the hugest conferences, was the women's...
The Power of the Unstoppable Woman?
Yes, the Power of the Unstoppable Woman.
We did that one, I want to say that one was last March. Right. We had 125 women in the building. We had 4 speakers, 25 vendors, fashion show, giveaways. So that one went really well. Yeah, we're gearing up for another one again in March. So.
Whoa, okay. So that was the first one this year.
Yeah, that was the first,
Okay.
We've also done entrepreneur workshops, and we just did an entrepreneur summit in October. Again, that was like a half-day event. 4 speakers, 4 workshops, gifts, lunch, everything's included with them.
Oh wow, that is so awesome.
Yeah.
So what other services do you offer?
Well, I run my company a little bit different than most event planning companies.
Okay,
so I don't necessarily look for clients, I necessarily create my own events.
Yeah, I've noticed. Yeah.
As opposed to actually finding clients.
Right.
Yeah, so the next couple events we have coming up, we have a women's leadership event coming up in January.
Okay.
And then we also have a fashion show, charity fashion show with the Lois Holt Foundation at the end of January as well.
Oh, nice. That is so awesome. So what made you want to create events of your own instead of looking for clients?
Well, about 9 years ago, I had my own wedding planning business. I did that for about 3 years.
Okay.
And then I just realized that it just wasn't a great fit for me. I still felt like I was under somebody's thumb. And I think the whole point of entrepreneurship is like freedom and having the open path to create what makes you extremely happy. Right. So I just kind of shifted and moved into this.
Well, apparently I think our generation, if anything, is actually shifting things around.
Yes.
Right? I remember I was talking to this one actor who's in South Africa. I was like, oh yeah, can you tell me how do I do not want to go through an agent? Not that I don't want to go through an agent. I want to work for my stuff.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't like going through an agent. I want to come to SA. How do I send in for auditions and whatever? It's like, why would you want to act for somebody? Yeah. Yet you can do your own. I was like, I'm already doing my own thing. Yeah. But it's always good to learn from the experts. Yes. That's how I understand it. But then again, I don't know if it's a good move or not. So now that you've actually mentioned that you ended up deciding to want to start your own events instead of looking for clients, is quite interesting. Yeah. And it kind of makes sense that way.
I still take on smaller gigs, like smaller business launches, things along those lines. But primarily there are things that I just kind of feel that might be a gap in the entertainment industry. And then how do you make it better? How do you grow it? How do you make it more enticing? How do you give people something that's of value as opposed to just let's come party and then leave?
That is so true. That's awesome. That is so great. So what inspired you to want to become a wedding planner to begin with when you decided to get into wedding planning? Right? You decided to get into wedding planning and let alone ended up establishing SP events.
I danced for many years. I danced for about 20 years. I did Caribbean and African dance for a long time. So I was always used to being in the limelight on stage, and then that moved into working in the office within this company that I danced for. Okay. And we would put on a lot of charity events. It was a nonprofit. Okay. So then I started running the show plus being in front of the camera, which was always a nice thing. And that kind of moved into people saw that, oh, well, she can manage these things. Would you like to do my wedding? Friends would help with weddings or birthday parties. So I was like, oh, I kind of love weddings. I love sparkle and glitter and putting things together. So I naturally just moved into that role. Yeah. And then of course babies happened and they were young. Yeah. So that evolved into now event planning.
But then now that you are kind of about to get into having babies and something that, and life happens, right? Yes. So now that you went through that phase of you're starting something, you're starting your own career, you have babies, I find having kids is never a mistake. You know what I mean? It's a blessing, right? And that being said, how did you manage at that moment? Did you kind of stop for a while And pick up later, or
Yes, that's exactly what happened. So I'm a very ambitious person. I feel like
I can
take
tell.
on more.
I can tell.
And when I started the wedding planning company years ago, my youngest was maybe 2 or 3.
Okay.
So so it was a 2, 4, and 6-year-old. And I was like, I can do this. I got this. So did that for about 3 years. Very draining, but then realized that has to go on the back burner because I have to put them through starting school and building that base for them.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do both. Yeah. So that everything kind of took a back burner hold, and it was all kids for a good 6 years. Yeah.
Which you actually need to give them time to, right?
Of course,
give them all your time.
Yeah.
And so how did you manage to pick yourself up from that? Because some people would have said, oh, well, I'm a mother. I know some people who actually, when I look at them, I just roll my eyes. Are you fucking kidding me right now? You know what I mean? Because right now, everybody is trying to find purpose.
Yes.
Right? Everybody's trying to figure out their purpose and stuff like that. Even people who've been married for years, they're like, I've been sitting on this for a long time.
Yeah.
So how did you manage to pick yourself up afterwards?
Well, through all of their growing, I was also growing on the back burner. So I did a lot of courses. So I went back and I did my wedding planning course. And I went into business. And I took entrepreneurial courses. So it was always, the thought was always there. The goal was always there. It was just, how else can I simmer this whilst I grow their potentials before mine? So so I just continued learning and teaching myself. Every now and then I would do smaller events, things that didn't take up too much time. And that's basically why successful parenting started, because I have these small children. So what can I create that I can bring them with me to do these things? So then that's how the workshop started, and the financial workshop for kids, and the old school dances for kids, and the dances for kids, because then they can come with me and they can do these things, and I was still feeling my passion but still having them with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Super mom. I like that. I like that. Wow. Because sometimes because I do a whole, I'm also a go-getter. Like, I am so ambitious, it's crazy. Sometimes, right? So sometimes I get so burnt out. And like, how do single parents do it? Do you know what I mean? I'm single, I have no kids, I have nobody to take. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, everything is just there. So what am I doing to better myself? Yes, I know stuff is happening. Yeah. You know, but then again, I could do better. I could do.
Oh, we all have those thoughts.
Right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
But then, okay. That's why I just had. I needed you to come here and explain how you do it, which is so amazing, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. It's a lot of balance.
That's one thing I always talk about with my friends. I am one person who is extreme.
Yes.
Extreme of the good, extreme of the bad. Yes. So either I am so high up there, I'm working on something pretty high, or I'm like, okay, now I'm tired, I need to chill. But my friends like, just try and balance it. I was like,
balance is different for everybody, though.
It's different. It is different, but it's a learning curve as well, right? Yeah. Like you said, you had to learn behind the scenes while you're taking care of your kids, which is so amazing. You're a mother, and events can be pretty exhausting. You just mentioned that. And now your kids now have their own things. They grow now. Speaking of balance, how do you now balance that? Do you do SP? Is SP event your main hustle?
It is.
Job? Okay.
It is. So that's my everyday.
Okay.
With my kids, I find balance is easier because before I even started this journey of going all in, I sat down and had a conversation with them and said, this is what life's going to look like for the next 2 years.
Right. And
these are the pros, these are the cons, and if this is something you guys feel you can do, then we'll do it. If not, we'll figure out a different way around this. And they all said, we get more time with you. You get to do what you love, and we get to be there with you. Well, we're in. Let's do it.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of things like. They will help me work my Instagram. They'll help me work my Facebook.
You need the younger generation now. Even with mine, I'm like, I need the 18-year-olds to come and tell me what's what.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Catching up with the times. Yeah.
And they come with me to events, and they do setups, and they do teardowns. And even if I'm at an over 18 event, like my old school jam, I will FaceTime them. So they will see the setup, they will see the teardown. So they know when mom says, I'm working, or let's watch a movie, and mom has her laptop, they get it. Right? They get the reason of why the push is there.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, so that's kind of the balance. And then when they need their time, of course, they get it. So if they say, Mom, you know what? No computer today during movie time. I say, okay, I will give you that 2 hours. You deserve it, or Mom, blessed that my girls are. They're very outgoing, but my house seems to be the house that everybody wants to hang out at. So that just makes it a lot easier.
Okay,
Yes.
which is so amazing.
Yeah.
That is so great. Wow. Well, they take after their mommy.
Oh.
Right? Like, when I saw you, you know, sometimes when you get somewhere and you've been invited somewhere, then you feel out of place when you don't know a lot of people,
Yes.
right? It's different from somebody welcoming you in a very cheerful way, and you're like, oh, she's so cool, right? And you're the kind of person. From day one I was like, wow, she's amazing, right? I don't know her, but she's good, and we're gonna get to know her. And here you are. That is so great. So what keeps you motivated?
Oh my goodness, my drive keeps me motivated.
Right.
Every day waking up, breathing, living, eating, all these things in life that are amazing. Watching my kids grow and watching them push me, wanting the best for them and myself is my main drive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Some people that don't look at it, you're like, how do you do that?
What do you mean you can't? I don't understand that.
I totally, well, you wouldn't understand because I also don't get it because we're well-driven people.
Yes.
Like too motivated. So let's talk about one of your most recent events, the one that we're talking about. When I say we're going to talk about it later, about the old school jam.
Yes.
Right. My life. You got me there. You got me. You're like, when I saw it, I was like, old school jam, that is a given.
Yes.
No questions asked. Even when I invited some of my friends, I was like, even if you're not going, I will go by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like there, we're like-minded people, we'll do it.
That's it.
Yes.
Right? Because I love old school. I find old school was good music. Every generation says their generation was good music, but then I find old school had a meaning to their music, right, compared to now. So what inspired you to want to start that type of event specifically?
Because I love to dance.
Okay.
And I love
Why not hip hop?
Well, I love hip hop. 90s had some good hip hop.
Okay, 90s had some good hip hop. Okay, but I don't know if for some reason I find our old school, the type of old school, was mainly R&B.
More R&B. It was
more R&B
yes.
than anything compared to now. Now it's what? Rap.
I don't know.
Exactly. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Because nowadays you can't even put a genre to it.
I'm not sure.
Right.
But I think for myself, it just happened that it's something that I love. And it's not something I could find in the city. Yeah. And then when you did find it, there was a bunch of 22-year-olds who really didn't know what old school was.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
But I'm talking like 80s, 90s, like the real
Exactly.
old school,
right.
So we just, beside myself, I also work with Mukai Moromo.
Yeah.
And one day we were just sitting there listening to some really good old school. And we're like, we should do this.
Yeah.
And we did. And people showed up, so we could.
Which is quite obvious, quite obvious, because now my friends who didn't show up, right? My friends who didn't show up, oh, how was it? How often do they do? I'm like, right.
No,
it's not a lot. Okay, it was in a pub, right? It was
Yes.
nice, but it's not something that you could actually get used. Well, I could get used to it every day.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people can do that, right?
Yeah.
So they were asking, so how often do you do it?
Yeah, and I find the people that we tend to attract are like the 28 and up crowd.
Yeah.
And I find people nowadays married with kids and businesses. So to do it every weekend, I find for us would be too exhausting.
Which is true. Yeah.
So about 4 times a year we tend to do them. Yeah, we mix them up with brunches or like pubs or clubs, like whatever fits the venue. So yeah.
That was good and successful, and I loved it. And you always see me there.
Yeah.
So
I saw you there. You look fabulous.
Thank you. Actually, it was my friend's birthday, so I didn't know. I was like, okay, we're going for dinner, and then after dinner we're going for dance. What should I wear? You know what I mean? So sometimes you're thinking, okay, should I be neutral from the get-go?
Yes.
Or should I be? I overdo things.
My thing is, it's better to overdress than underdress. That's always.
I always overdress. But it's one of those. Sometimes I'm like, everybody now knows Amanda's extra, right?
Yes.
And then sometimes when I try and tone down, one of my girlfriends is like, Amanda, why are you trying to tone down? Everybody knows you're extra.
Which one? Go check.
Like, exactly. That is so amazing. It was such a love. It was such a pleasure to have you here and getting to know you and knowing that you have gorgeous kids who are also following their mom's footsteps.
They are. They're pretty amazing.
Which is so amazing.
I'm very blessed.
That is so great. And so before we even finish, I have this last part of the segment, which is so funny. It's something that I I was listening to other podcasts as well, so I was just like, you know what, let me just try and put it here and see what other people think apart from the definition, the actual definition.
Okay.
Right? So just finish the statements. I am most proud of
My children.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
No second guess.
Right?
Yeah.
You didn't even breathe.
No.
Okay, my children. That is awesome. And success is to you.
Ooh.
No definition.
Ooh.
That's exactly what I mean. Yes. Yes.
Success to me is freedom to be who you are.
Yeah.
From the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Right.
success to me.
Wow. So the world needs
Love.
That's true.
The world needs love.
Can we talk about that a little
Yes.
bit?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. That is so true. I find social media these days is all about hate.
Yes.
Right?
And it's very surface.
It's so
very
bad.
surface. Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yes.
So how do you think people can start loving each other? How do you think?
Put your phone down, make a phone call, go for coffee.
Right?
Yeah. Like actually get to know people. Actually get to know yourself. Self-love.
Yeah.
I find if you love yourself, that automatically just radiates out there.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Wow. And go to old school jam.
And go to old school. And come on the Amanda show.
Exactly, right? See? Exactly. Hence the reason, that's another thing, is because I also prefer getting to know people personally as well, right? Just like, that's the other reason why I want to have the show, because I want to know people and, just interact with people face to face, because this whole technology business is just absurd. It's crazy.
Yes. It's a tool, but it can't become a lifestyle. You know?
True.
Yeah.
And poison at the same time.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. One last thing.
Of course.
So the thing that matters the most to me is, I know.
My children.
There you go. Exactly. Same thing. Like, okay, the first time she didn't breathe, but when you say the most proud of.
Yes.
But that is so great.
Yeah.
That is so amazing. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you for having me.
You were so good. You were nervous, but
Of course,
It was
I'm
easy.
still nervous.
After this easy chat, really.
You don't make me nervous. The camera does.
Okay, camera, stop making her nervous,
Stop
please. But you did good. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming, and I look forward to more of your events and hopefully work together in the
definitely
future.
will.
Thank you guys for watching. I will put Jasmine's information right below here so you can follow her, find out more of what she's doing here in the city of Edmonton and how she can help you in terms of events, event planning, and just anything in terms of entertainment, right?
And parenting.
And parenting, that's the main goal here. And parenting, please. And parenting. And for those who haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe to click the subscribe button somewhere here. You will see it there, right? Somewhere there. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your love and your support and for everything that you do for Amanda and her guests, everybody that comes here. If you have any comments, anything that you need to be changed for the guests as well, so that they know in advance before they come here, feel free to leave a comment down below here. And thank you so much for watching. Remember, little girls with dreams become women of vision. Take care and God bless you. Mwah. Bye.